Okay, first time recording a video with audio, making a sash, or whatever you want to call it for this guy. What's up, Nate? So, classic helix, extruded. Just gonna see what we can do. And extrude it a little more. Whoa, that's a little too much. And should be overlapping slightly because I made these slightly different. Probably want to reverse it. Have the bottom be the smaller circumference, so it spirals inwards. Smaller number on radius 1. Go back into edit mesh, and then we're actually going to rotate this whole thing, make it a little bigger so we can see what we're doing. Rotate it this way. And this is the first time I'm trying to model something quite this complicated on a character. Excuse me, dinner was good. But this is going to end up pretty much under this thing. This is a buckle type thing, which I simply modeled from a photo really quick. The aim of this project is to do this as quickly as possible. Gonna bake in a normal map later. Right now it just has a bump map on it. Give this guy some nice pleats on his shirt. Quick as you like. So use soft selection, edge distance, so it doesn't overlap into the other wraps. Just gonna bring this guy. Fortunately, I'm a douchebag and I rotated this and I made it hard for myself. But it shouldn't be that much of an issue. Fold this into here, and what we're going to do right now is put on a smoothing modifier. See how that goes for us. Well, just fold this guy in a little bit. Well, that didn't quite work. Move that a little bit. We'll bring this back. There we go. Rotate this just a skosh. Okay. Now, it's the tricky part. Maybe you should have made this a little wider. But we'll see. I'm going to keep it back up with this. Because we want some low poly geometry. We'll see. This one I want to extrude ever so slightly. And this is, we're going to collapse this. No, we're not. We're going to take off the turbo smooth modifier, and then we're going to collapse it. Excuse me. We're going to put that back on. We're going to edit the underlying geometry. And what we're going to do is extrude everything ever so slightly to give it some... Yeah, that's not what I wanted. That's terrible. What have I done? Okay, so we go by local normal. No. By polygon. No. Oh dear. This is not working out very well. Oh. There we go. That's better. So it's reversed. So what we want to do is we want to make these look a little bit like overlapping. It's okay. Let's okay the extrusion. We're gonna want to scale these a little bit, make them a little bit irregular. Yeah, at this point I don't really know where this is going, just kind of, yeah, see, that's a little much. There we go. We'll put edge distance on that too, because we want to we'll just make this wider. You can see it's bottoming out over here. So we'll just increase it a little bit. Try to make that a little less sharp. Want to make these edges a little kind of irregular. I did the same sort of thing on another model. I can show it here real quick. He says. Oh no, because it's right here. I'll show you what I'm trying to do. Probably this guy. These right here were modeled. This is the end result. This is the low poly geometry, but and obviously it's baked into the normal map too. They were modeled like this. I hope I have it somewhere. Yeah, right there. These were modeled as physical geometry, you can see right here, and then baked onto the low poly in-game geometry. Let's go back to what we were working on. But that's the principle that I'm working with this guy. So we're just gonna shrink it up a little bit. There we go. We'll make it kind of work with the rest of the model. Did a really dumb thing. There we go. And what I might want to do is, if this will work, reset X form so it's nice and square. And of course, get rid of this, collapse, and reapply. Now what it's done is flip the normals from what I can see, so we'll flip those back. Flip. I think. It's hard to tell. Yeah, okay, we're good. This guy, right now, let's get rid of this stuff. Let's hide all this other stuff. I mean, we can just backups. Oops, not delete, hide. So you can see how I made it's a rough version of the hat. It's right here. Let's go ahead and hide those. Hide that guy, that's the bake right there. This guy is no way. That's probably that. Oh shit. What do I have that's stupid high poly? I was expecting this guy to be about 15,000. Oh, that's all objects, moron. Okay, selected. Yeah, there we go. 16, and this is, right now this is a high poly version. I do have a lot of detail to go, but if I can keep them under 20,000, that'd be nice. So, what we'll do, I want this to be wider, but I don't want to fall into a trap where it's just ridiculous. Let's do more soft selection. Let's back that off. Let's just kind of shape it a little bit. There was a point in game development where this is how you did it. It's not so much anymore. Looks like I have a problem here where the normals are. Let's see. Let's give this thing a material. Troubleshooting. There we go. So they're good, but it just, for some reason, oh, it's because of the extrusion. Okay, so that was dumb. Those extruded inwards, I think, if we pop this guy out. Yep. So, yeah, that's just gonna grow. That's gonna include that. So I kind of fucked up, basically. You can see the front of this. It's got a nice outward bevel. It's nice and protruding this way, but of course as you go to the other side, look, it flips. It becomes inward. What are you, a noob? So, I'm gonna have to do some jiggery pokery to get these out. And this is hey, this is a good way to add irregularity. Good job, moron. Pop these out a little bit. Kind of do it in groups. This whole area needs to come out, and the coat probably needs to be squished and smoothed. Yeah, see, this is all complete poly modeling, no real sculpting involved. This is archaic by today's standards, but it's fun, and that's what it's all about. Just this last little bit. Pop that guy out like that. I apologize for my atrocious manners. So the trick to this is to get it all to squish together, and there's probably a modifier I can drop onto the whole thing with the coat included, and have it sit a lot better. But that's an iterative process. What I'm doing right now is just a manual iterative process to fit it. It's probably a much more efficient way to do it. I want that back to sit a little higher so it's not on his butt. It's actually wrapped around his back. Bring that in. Localized kind of, that's all going to get squished down. That coat's going to get tightened up probably. These little, because you don't want to end up like, just looks like this fucking thing like hanging there. It has to look like it has tension on it. It has to look like it's tight. So right now it does not look that way at all. The other way to do this, the smart way to do it probably, is to clone some of the geometry that's underneath and construct it that way. But I'm not that smart, I guess. I've done that before, but then this kind of needs to, I wonder if I can do that a little more locally. Nice to just have this. It's kind of probably trying to do too much. Probably something I'd use as like a conform modifier or something that would conform this mesh to that mesh. That was smart. You know what? Let's see if we can do a test. So I'm just going to clone these out here. I always get this terrible tendency to fucking like give people square backs and square asses. I've never called myself a character modeler, ever. It's just something that happens. So do like, I wonder if you can do that. Literally typing it in to see it. Could go. was the modifier called? I thought it was called conform. Excuse me. There's a lot of plugins here probably that would be super useful, but I don't know what they do. Anyway. Ah, that's why. It's a compound object. So pick wrap 2 and watch it just like eat itself. Look at that. That's great. What did you do to me? That looks terrible. Yeah, that looks horrific. Did I have any sub-objects selected? Does it matter? Well, I got that on it. I probably lose that. And it probably won't look much better, but actually the only reason it works is because it's sucked in by the smooth modifier. So we'll see if there's any settings we can tweak. It's the first time I've tried this. Compound modifier conform.